In this video, I will explain these rules, Firebase Firestore rules, line by line. Let's say something. So now we have the post part. We can create a post, okay? Post one, and post. Okay, we created this post. And go post data. We can see the filter created by apply. The last one is post one. Is the one? Yes, post one. And the user ID is here. That's a post one database, and the rules is here for this database, for this table, and you can call it a collection in Firebase. And this user collection is when we create a user. Okay, we create a user. Login, we create register. We user t@t.com. Sign up. And this is Firebase auth. And we use Firebase cloud function to create a user. So go user, refresh. We will create a user. This one, T, okay. And the UID is here. And for this, the user, this user table, the rules is here. So this is secure, okay. This is secure, so, but it's a difference. So I want to make a little explain about this. So the posts, we use post ID in the past, in here, posts and the posts ID. But the users, we use user ID. And this is different. Allow a create if request auth not. That means only authenticated user can create posts. So only login user, that means only login user have request auth, and request auth UID in the auth authenticated user auth UID equals request resource data user ID. So that means whatever the data you pass to the server, to the database, you must carry this user ID, and the user ID must equals your auth UID. So that is for create. And for read, update, delete, that means if authenticated and request auth UID equals resource data user ID. That is the same. The user ID here must equals the auth in auth UID. You can only create, read, update, delete your own data in these posts. So that is the first one. And the second one is user table, users table. And we use user ID in the past. So first is create, allow create if requested auth not. Only authenticated user can create. And request auth UID equals user ID. And this user ID is in the path. Only this path, the data in this path must equals to the user ID. You cannot create in others. And request the resource data UID. The data pass in the users. Say the data here UID. This value must equals request auth UID. So that means you cannot send the data with other UID. You cannot send the data that with other people's UID. Your data must carry your own UID, and the database will check this. Okay. And for read, update, delete. So it's similar. Okay, and before we use this register, and this from Firebase to register a user, and we use set doc to set data in users. So we need these rules. And then we move this set doc to Firebase cloud function. So in cloud function, we use admin. We use admin on create when user created, and in Firebase auth, and we will create in user we will create the user data here. So we use admin from Firebase admin, and we not allow this. Okay, so first allow create if false. So you cannot create user in the client side. And read, okay, update, okay, delete, no. So at this time for front-end for the client, front-end only can read and update. You can update your bio, update your avatar. This is okay if you authenticated and request auth ID equals user ID. This is a pass, and your data ID equals your request auth ID, so you cannot change other read others' data. So first is this. And for create and delete is false, just give false. So client side cannot create and delete users. We run it on the server side. Firebase cloud function and use Firebase admin. So we save this, publish, and we try again. Okay, log out. Go refresh. Register. Okay, mm@m.com. Sign up. Yes, and we log in. We go profile. Okay, and here in users we can see the refresh. And this the data created by Firebase cloud function. Okay. So, okay, bigger sidebar functions. Okay, this function and the code is here on create. So the rules is okay for this. It should be this, and the post is this.